game. Gentlemates looking to improve their seed, and Miami looking just lock in on the winner's bracket.
That's telling you, man. Right now, the league is up for grabs. You just never know who's going to show up on the day and be the best team of the game so far. Miami looking pretty solid over the top of P1. Evenly exchange the kills, stay in the hard point the whole way, and Renkor's off to a really well-off start. 2-0 up. He's got help all around him, and yeah, this has been perfect for Miami so far.
Yeah, 30 seconds still to fight for here at the P1, but you're dominating all that mid-map control. Now you just got to pick up some of these long lanes, because players like Sib are going to decide to go for a long route, actually cut it back to mid-cut and get up his life. So Miami is still going to have all the map control and soak up all this time, and Paris is going to be late off the rotation, not the start they were looking for.
No, not at all. Good shots from Rokkr. Surprisingly, doesn't finish Neptune up top. Looked like he had him dead to rights. But his streak will come to an end. Trakes will work on the exit eliminations, backing up into couches. And he is in a little bit of trouble. Good read on the spawn from behind, but does he anticipate all these Paris members from the front? Timing is perfect. Paris at arm's length.
Yeah, now the spawn's getting a little bit mixy. Miami, 2 players towards the back. Everybody else for Paris going to spawn to the mid couches and the front side. And they go 4 for 1 in that trade battle.
Wow.
Now the hard block doesn't come in. Trakes thinks he has the timing. Paris is still in the play to potentially find the break, but you got to go. We need to start winning some fights.
Yeah, sure do, and that is maybe enough right there. Envoy and Neptune working together. They're able to clear out the hard point. Nade from Trakes allows him to get some sort of freedom inside the hill, but not enough. So Miami will still spawn behind the old time. They're opting to play through this exit time, though. Kind of surprising Paris with that, and yeah, that's going to work out really nicely. So they give up about 13 seconds to scrap, but Miami now have numbers, try to rotate over to new, and it's looking really good for Miami.
Yeah, when you get those close spawns, you might as well not hit a long route to this P3, as they are lighting up the kill feed again. Paris is just off to a slow start.
Absolute smoke show from this man right here. Rokkr at 9-2 on another 4 spree. Perfect timing on that little peek out. Gets him to his 5th. Working possibly close to a Hellstorm, but Envoy shuts down the streaks. Follow-up from Metals is good, but not great. It's Trakes who finishes, and it will be opportunity for Paris to come off the spawn and try again with 25 seconds left in the hard point with Super right there to cut it off. Beautiful double. Looking for more to find 3, and Miami's absolutely obliterating Paris on the den through 3 hills.
Yeah, and Paris would have had an opportunity to just cut their losses with 25 seconds left if they got some good time off of P2. But almost down 100, you're forced to contest some of this old time, and now Miami are making you pay for it. Super on 5 in a row. Back Dragons.
So here comes the long convoy of Heretics members from the front. They deal with Civ. Already into the hard point. Go Miami. Moment of pause here for Paris. At least that's the intent. Doesn't work out as Ghosty drops at mid. Neptune's in some trouble trying to finesse to keep his life, but he gets bullied out. It is just individual kill after individual kill. Paris can get nothing going, and Miami still find themselves around the hard point.
But 2 go down in their favor. At least for now, Miami are out of the HP, and they're spawning all over towards rooftops. So Paris Gentlemates could be able to walk away with this final 20. So with the lead that you have, might as well contest it all the way to the very end, because we're going back over towards a P1. But 3 for Mr. McLeod. He's starting to turn it around on 4 in a row. The second set needs to be a whole lot better from Paris off the rotation.
The fact that they're only spawn in and contest time at P1. Trakes dancing on the backside of the pillar. Neptune with the cutoff play. That's enough to get Paris in and starting again, soaking up more of this opening time.
Now you have Neptune hitting routes, trying to play for the steps ahead, but once he gets caught down, now you have a pinch on the opposite side for Miami. 3 go down in the feed, and now spawns are scattered all over the map, and Miami are still able to manage that. They're reading them to perfection, but at least for now, they're not getting time, and you take this if you're Paris.
Now Trakes, the Rook, going to find himself kind of behind enemy lines. Big gunfight here with Neptune. Slips away from the wall bounce and is able to find the win. So that should move the spawns around a touch here, especially with Rokkr cleaning things up over the top of P1. Huge double, and Miami will get the scrap time and stabilize with the spawn setting themselves up for 2.
And what'd you say, Al, right before this series started? Miami's struggling breaking, but so far they really haven't had to break any of these HPs.
Outside the rooftops, able to find Neptune. That will soften up the setup here a touch for Paris. Ghosty fighting back. Spawns are still close for the Gentlemates, so they will get all 4 members in and around, ready to receive this next hit. Ghosty with some opening damage. Doesn't like the look of this hit, though. So it's on to Civ to try to hold the front line, and he's good for 2. Now off the regen. Here comes Envoy and Neptune. Yeah, that'll work out. Perfect from Paris, and now they're down within 30 points.
Yeah, but you give opportunity against Miami with no one hard blocking towards the back to get you off of this junk time. Try to beat you to the punch over at new, but this time McLeod is able to pop a double and Envoy there for the assistance. They do not give up that free time this go around. So Miami only going to have about a 10-point lead, and it turns into a one-on-one gunfight, and Redcor's going to get some really bad timing there at Dojo. So Envoy in the position at least for now.
2v2 over the top of P3. Envoy chasing with the pistol, able to find the shutdown out of Trakes. But Miami close spawning over towards Dojo. Trophy system keeping this next attempt safe. Super with the opening contest. Good team shots though coming through, and Paris are starting to wake up. Now down within 10 points, and Miami are stuck trying to wait for the reinforcements towards Dojo.
Yeah, trying to set up this break. No one's hitting a pinch. You got to find an opening kill, and you don't get it through 10. You get a trade from Trace, but still Neptune staying alive, finessing his life. Allowing his teammates to assist them. Paris have been able to chain that P1 to P2 to P3 the same way that Miami did in the first go-around, and now they're growing the lead even more.
Yeah, this has just been a battle of the holds right now for both these two teams. Contest in with the pinch from middle. Envoy trusts his teammates to pick that up, and they provide the kill. So now you start to move across the map with only 8 seconds left on the old time. Opens up. So there was a moment of a convoy line of spawns to happen here for Paris, but for the most part, they're comfortable over towards New.
Yeah, they are going to be comfortable, but not really in the setup that they want to be. A man down because you dropped that player through mid-map with Renkor finding that double. Both those guys spawn in Africa. You weren't fully set up off the rotation, but you still have these back spawns. Now you're just getting overwhelmed with pressure from the front side as Metals pops a double. Not a single player from Miami are hitting a route to try to flip them across the map. They're playing tight from the HB.
And it's working out so far. Trophy systems still in place, but eventually will be depleted. Super watching the first line of contact. Sib falls. Neptune on the corner, trying to slip on into contest, but Trakes beats him. What a good setup this has been for Miami from the front. A little bit of team kills come through, but not a big deal. Trakes is there to finish things off. One more wave to deal with, and here's the route for Metals to shut it down before it can develop. This has been
P2. You've been able to turn this game around, and Paris are lighting it up in the kill feed. 3 for none, dominating all the mid-map control. It's on Neptune to not get bad timing here at mid-cut, but he is going to be overwhelmed. Does he read the second gunfight? He does not. Now you have an avenue of approach if you are Miami to set up an angle.
Yep. Metals will find one, Renkor another. Long-range shots for Super, not fully going to be able to confirm onto Envoy, but Renkor is well and healthy inside the hill. Now looking to find Neptune. Shuts that down over towards the front doors. Not able to stop the rest of Paris, who are still trying to approach this hill from the front. Little pinch route. Watch Super, number 3 in orange. He's going to get around the back. He's going to open this all up. Finds himself one. Shots for teammates as Trakes finds the second, and things stay neutrals. Miami will stabilize the spawns on the left side of the map.
Super's only able to hit those routes with the communication that they're hitting. The guy comes off spawn, hard blocking towards the back, just so you can alleviate that pressure through the middle of the map. They were looking
potentially for Miami to retake the lead. But Envoy's hitting a route through middle. Nobody is watching for this. And you've got supplying support from the front.
Oh, man.
Trakes off spawn. He can't stop Envoy. He is able to finally get there. Their spawns are still close for Miami, but Paris have broken in. That's big time here for the Gentlemates.
Yeah, I was expecting Envoy with that route to block those back spawns there while his teammates are pressuring towards the front, but to give Miami still a close spawn and to make the most of it. Final 15 seconds. You're going to force the Gentlemates now off the rotation. They're going to have a lot more bodies set up there early on before Miami get into the mix. But Metals is just looking for one one-on-one gunfight. One opening to potentially find something on Super on the pinch.
Yep. Here we go. 207 to 200. Envoy trying to hold off from the front side of the hill. Denied quickly. Now Miami trying to contest through middle. Every kill going their way. Ghosty can only find one. Late pinch from Sib. Able to line up the first, but everyone else staying safe into the action.
Yeah, hopefully they don't find Envoy sitting at the bookshelf. You walk right past him if you are Metals, but you know that he still has to be in this dojo area. You lose track of him, but Dylan Envoy almost played the timing. He was aware, head on a swivel, but now Metals is making you pay for it. Puts down shots, leads to 3 there for Miami, and the break should be in, but it's still Neptune not missing shots. Paris hold.
I was about to say, if there was ever a guy you wanted to be the last one standing, it's Neptune. Now Sib cutting him off through couches, only finds one. Big 1v1 towards Ghosty's direction. Opening shots from Metals are clean. Ghosty, lucky to be alive, gonna call for help. Advantage now to Paris. 235 to 209. Miami trying to hit things through control. They're on the hard point initially. Neptune looking for the route, but no. Shut down. Miami have the numbers.
Yeah, and Renkor was playing for that kill at all time, just so he could make sure everyone was focused from right in front of them. You're gonna now push out towards...
Yeah, they don't expect Neptune to have that close dojo spawn. But you have to wait for help from the front. Envoy trying to open things up. Able to find the first. Going to the knife, and he falls off the map. Uh-oh, so now you got to hit this from behind. Paris still in the lead. Neptune finds the opener. Renkor is low, but is able to find a little bit of reprieve outside the rooftops. Now it's on to Trakes, the new guy up. Only able to find one, and the trades will eventually allow us to keep contesting. 239, 230. Paris spawning close. Neither team can win here, so keep your eyes on the minimap towards one.
It's all about this rotation now. Try to contest it. Don't give them any opportunities to just instantly hop that new HP. As now Miami are lighting it up in the kill feed. Spawns get a little bit mixy. Now for Paris. Sib at least finds one, but Miami are on the new time.
But needs help. There are Paris members all over the map. Able to step away for a small moment. Envoy gonna get into the hard point. There's pinches all over the place. It gets to 248. Can you take him out of the hill? Neptune right there to support, and Paris will take away a
Look
nail
at how much space Metal takes away at dirt side. So you're basically trapping mates over towards B.
Yeah, you're hoping if you're Miami that you get just a little nod towards this Paris hit on B, and then you can free Metals to take that route, and there it is. Super finds the first blood. Metals gonna get freed up to go. May not even need him. Shut down at the middle of the map as Neptune is trying to hit a pinch of his own. Smoke will, for the moment, embellish on top of this platform, but this is all about waiting for Metals first, and they may actually get caught here. This is a bold rotation for Paris, but shots from Envoy give it away.
Yeah, that's all it is. Trigger discipline right there from Envoy. Gives up the play call. Now he's left in a 1v4. Does find one kill, but instantly going to be traded. Miami with the slow. Just keep on backpedaling. Knowing that Miami are just stun checking, playing for information now.
They're playing for the plant onto A, but keep your eye on Super. He's going to be in some trouble here. He gets the first shot, though. A couple of tags come out, but he's holding Paris back, and he's going to get help from Metals off the post plant, and Trax is pushing up at mid. This is the entire map in control of Miami. Good check, though, from Envoy. That's going to create some space. Metals looking to play possibly for a long clutch route around the back. But you need to get some space from your players in the middle beforehand because you need to check the bomb. So now there's a little bit of urgency for Miami.
Yeah, you know that Super has a sniper, and he's most likely sitting towards ring, so you're just trying to locate where Metals is. He wins the one-on-one gunfight. You've been wasting so much time trying to locate Super, and now the bad Call of Duty timing comes back to bite you. Miami players over towards that dirt side. Sib obviously with the sniper, but one crosses in front of him, so they just wanted to use him as a decoy to open up a lane. And now you have the numbers to fight your way over towards this B side, but Trax is not able to find that kill, and now you're trapped.
Yeah, you've got the scope of Super extra far forward. Gets the mid-air snipe onto Sib, who was trying to wall bounce, and then the pinch from Envoy also shut down. Man, if you thought the hard point was intriguing, this strategically has been really fun to watch as well. Miami currently finding all the right responses. Neptune looking for something. I think he may have picked up Sib's scope, but not going to get an opportunity this time. Scaling deep through mid. You already have an opener for Trax too, but Neptune wins that gunfight. Super response, cutting off Sib from the cross, but Paris have the opening to play through, and wow, through B. As they're going to try to see if they can stop the Miami defense from rotating in to defend this.
Oh, but you don't check out towards the backside of Gens, and now all of Miami are here to reinforce their way back towards B. It's a 2v1 left up to Ghosty. He has the information. Both are on this side. How does he play it? Hello.
Yep. Give it another go. Third time will not be the charm here, but Ghosty's got some space to work with. He's going to try to keep forcing it, and Super's found himself another weapon to use. No problems there for that elimination, and this has been really good. That Miami are going to be at least somewhat aware they need to keep their eye on this.
Split on both sides. You see how Miami are trying to set this up. Super clear out towards dirt. Let me spot out towards top window. We could potentially work this A plant, but you get aggressive through mid if you are Paris. As Ghosty finds that first flood onto Super specifically, so no need to be worried about a sniper anymore. Let's go.
Yep. And Sib able to find timing on the Metals in the corner. Forces Miami to have to make a bold play, and yeah, they're going to try to hit through around the back. Not going to work out, though. It's all on to Renkor for a 1v4. He's been seen, he's been dealt with. So that works out for Paris this time.
By 1v2.
Yeah, Renkor changing up the position now, moving back up to mid. Paris are going to work together. And Renkor has found himself in a position to possibly still rewrap again. And that's what he's going to go for. Bomb will be planted, though. And now trying to retake from the low ground becomes, well, extra dangerous, to put it plainly.
Has no stun and no nade to work with either. So he has to do this with the gunny. A back-to-back setup for Paris and towards P3. Casually checking the bomb. Don't force the one-on-one. Just finesse your life.
Uh-oh, Sib bounces out the window. Renkor wasn't even tagged. So now Renkor's predicting top window. Ghosty has an angle, I believe, though, at this post plant from the low ground. And he's going to clear it by just jumping on up. And hold on a second. Renkor's going to find the timing from window. I don't know what Sib's doing right there. Ghosty B for the Heretics. 4-man hit over to B. Paris, though, again, we've mentioned this. On defense, they do like to take away the middle of the map quickly, and they will do so once again with Ghosty and Neptune. Moving back for the pinch watch, though, is Super. He did have a scope initially, but he's swapped over for an AR.
Yeah, Miami just taking what's given to them. A bunch of stuns and nades getting invested in the middle of the map. Most likely they're on that side, so let's instantly go over towards B, and Super just plays an angle that is unreadable for the first blood. Now in a man disadvantage, someone has to make up for it. It's going to fall into Sib, working himself by behind enemy lines.
Well, Ghosty was moonwalking on this quick pinch back over towards B. They don't expect that. There's 3 more members for Paris playing over the top of the bomb site. So now Super's got to go quickly. Nade lands, but doesn't confirm the kill. Neptune able to continue to defuse, and he's going to actually hop off it to allow someone else. He does have an AR, though. Keep that in mind. He's able to find the shot punch, though, for 1. Trakes with a quick trade, but cannot hold the ground. We'll go 3v3.
Yeah, now how long do you want to wait to potentially get this bomb down today? Because you know there's pressure going to be on your pinch. And it's all about the timings that Ghosty can get. And Renkor was not able to spot the bomb carrier. So bomb's going to get planted. You have Neptune in the back behind enemy lines. You're able to get out of dodge. Everything resets now, but Envoy's trapped.
Yeah, he needs to stay alive here. He's looking for help. Hard to say which number 5 is the one watching that cross. But Envoy gets the regen. Not able to win the gunfight, though. Numbers for Miami. Neptune up top. Able to find the first. Slips away from the trade. Hopping on for the defuse, though, is Renkor. And Super's the one guarding him. Got to hop on to try to stop the defuse from happening. And in that moment, Super finds the kill. No problem for Renkor to hold. And you're trying to beat the timing of the pair of spawns, but not able to. Gentlemates putting together a solid defensive hold, and they have a chance to repossess the EMP if they so choose.
Yeah, they're looking to take the map control, though. When I have every single player up and gun ready. Just looking for kills to go their way. You lose one through the middle of the map, but you find one here at the B point. So start to force your way right through the front door, but Trakes off the respawn is able to line up 3. Now he's got 2 lead blockers. This should be a Miami score.
Oh, but Neptune's able to find one. Trying to step away. Pistol works out for Trakes, but he's stunned into place. Sib and Ghosty still in position. Envoy over the railing. Yeah, keeps the defense alive and kicking. Metal Super finding eliminations, but it's not enough. Paris will be able to regen and reset. Although, Super, if he can find one here, catch Neptune by surprise, he may be able to grab and go, but the EMP resets and Neptune wins the gunfight.
Now you got to try to find some kills if you are Sib. Because every single one of your teammates is over towards that something drastic in the chance department. We're making it all look clean. It's got to be perfection. And right now for Paris, they have the EMP in their possession, but the player in Sib is so far across the map, so they're just stalling out time, looking for some stuns and nades to connect. You find one for the opening kill. Now you're committing towards B because you have the man up.
Yeah, but Trakes, good read from the down low position, able to find one. Should be an easy run through here, and yes, Envoy's able to get back onto the point. So first score comes through for Paris. Exit kills, not convincing for Miami. So hold on a second. You've got Neptune coming off spawn. He's going to try to rush over to the new EMP location. Trakes there to meet him. Not a clean look at the initial set of the gunfight, but the win comes through, and Trakes tries to force something forward, knowing Paris is playing deep, but Sib's still trying to keep the effort alive on the flank. He's low and in some trouble. Metals will find him, and it'll be a very favorable kill feed here for Miami. A chance to collect the EMP if they so choose to with that win from Trakes 4 in a row, and yeah, Metals is going to grab and try to push.
Yeah, you just got to slow down there for your Trakes. Job was already well done. He was able to set up a pinch, find the opening double to shut that down, be the lead blocker, and also find the lead kill. But then you give up your life for free, and you're forcing now the rotation out of your teammates. You do have your ARs set up in the positions to watch the cross. You just got to get past one player, and you do. And there goes Neptune to still play keep away.
And Neptune's going to do better than that. Finds not just one, but all 3 contestants. Team Nade doesn't really make too much of a difference here for Paris. That is a huge defensive stand from Neptune. They're going to get the overtime, will the Gentlemates. Keep your eye on Envoy, trying to play around the back, seeing if they can get a route to going for the EMP quickly. But you got to win a gunfight here for Ghosty, and he will not be able to. So the EMP, it resets the middle, and all of that hard work now leads to a second set of circumstances for Miami to try to consider.
Yeah, and already 2-2 split in the kill feed. Got to waste more of that game clock before we can execute our next play. Trying to clear out space towards dirt is going to be Renkor, and on the opposite side you got Trakes working on the deep pinch. Renkor is going to fall. Envoy and Neptune combine for a kill through the middle of the map, but Trakes on the pinch is going to be impactful. So all that space that Envoy got ain't going to lead to nothing because nobody can grab the EMP.
Yeah, but Miami still doesn't know where Envoy is. You can see them trying to look for him. And now they know. The trade will come through. Rancor, long pinch, trying to clear out ring and mid-map, but Metals beats him to the punch. And that's going to be enough to find pretty much everybody down. Big gunfight win from Rancor. So the EMP will be collected. All 4 down, but Paris will spawn towards the B point. Still winning gunfights, though, as Rancor. But you got to do more than that. And as Metals tried to go high, he will fall, leaving Trakes in a 1v multiple. Stuns are landing. Civ, Envoy finding the first couple eliminations, and that's another 4 dead for Paris.
Yeah, you're just trying to bully ball right now. And Paris just keep catching you off guard or finding that opening kill. So your push continuously is just getting shut down. Now you're back on the defensive side where Envoy isn't allowing you to get out your spawn for free. They've already cleared out a lot of space towards A. Envoy has mid-zig. Neptune on the backside, but he does lose that fight. Thankfully, McLeod is there. 2-0. There goes Paris.
It was close. Super nearly had the cutoff, but not quite. And now 2-0 up. Only Paris member over and around the EMP, and he loses this gunfight. So now it's just how much can Metals do from this position? Envoy trying for the cutoff, not going to be able to get there, and that's going to be a quick score for Miami, now just down 1.
Now you got to get yourself in a position to play the reset. Everyone's on the opposite
Big
side
win.
of the map. Gunfights need to go your way. Metals is able to find 1, but Ghost responds with 2. You know that Metals is on the pinch. You now have just accounted for Rancor, and the EMP carrier is just going to go, and he's going to get it for free. Just all the information gained, knowing what you can get away with, and Paris keep that 2-point lead.
Ghosty to alert him that, yep, he needs to find that kill. Now playing over towards this back terrace. Looking to try to run the EMP down through dirt. Metals is going to get that back container position, but the problem is they don't re-clear mid. Flank from Neptune works out. They find the EMP carrier with 30 seconds remaining. It's got to be right here, right now for Miami. If they could score and pull, maybe there's a chance, but big advantage for Paris.
Yeah, because all you got to do is just hold the line. They need to score in the next 5 seconds or it's going to be mathematically impossible. And when the team kill going down, you don't have the reinforcements. Also, team kills on the other side, but you're still holding the line if you are Ghosty. Paris, make the adjustments. The playmakers making plays happen. Getting lost, hitting routes, forcing Miami to be uncomfortable off the respawn. And Paris kill the overload.
Find a way to win this map, get it to 5. You start in the upper bracket. For Toronto fans, you have never been a bigger Paris fan than right now. Trying to get yourself set up to be in a top 8 spot, and the opening for Miami decent, but a decent battle back to be said for Paris as well off their second set of spawns.
Yeah, they've been able to manage Envoy working on that deep pinch. They found a couple of kills go their way, but even with Envoy walking backside white wall, wasn't able to break that hill time early on. But now with the reinforcements back through green, you're forcing Miami to start to think on their toes about this rotation. Long routes being hit from Super. He gets chopped down, and now the map control in favor of Paris. Not what you need if you're Miami.
Yep, Envoy, good kill to finish things off. Get some clearance around 1, and now it's going to be the first man forward as P2 is about to open. Long route developing for Trakes. He's playing for spawns right now. And with some kills from the front, he can actually just recut this and just make sure no one for Paris spawns comfortably. It's exactly the case. What a setup, what a break, and what a spot.
So you got to take care of Trakes. And as soon as you do that, you walk right into the preempt of Rancor, and Miami still have the numbers to hold down this setup. Now you have the pressure. If you are Paris, 3 go down. The break should be good because the AR just started hitting dead from top motel.
20 seconds to fight. Rancor able to find Envoy from the front. Rest of Miami looking like they really want to try to force this forward. Ghosty taking a lot of damage, but it's Civ. Top motel steps. Shuts down pretty much the entire Heretics threat, and that's exactly the case. He'll even find the 4th. 4 in a row for Civ. Had a little bit of a slower start to map 1, but you get everyone with ARs. Civ is happy to take gunfights, and he's winning them all right now.
You already have Envoy taking space off the rotation towards New. Does lose that gunfight, and Paris don't really have a player in a position over towards the power spot on playing heady. Neptune is here, but he only has 24 HP. The trade comes in, and it's a battle.
Starts to feel it. He's going to chow. That much we know for sure. Neptune, a small read that Super was playing through mid, but I don't know if he recognizes how far around the back Super has gotten. Kills from the front, decent here. Is Civ able to turn over and make sure that at least this player for Miami is contested, but the quick reinforcements for Miami will have them contesting and now soaking up some time from the front of 3.
Yeah, that was beautiful plays from Super. Just time that top green jump up to get 1 kill and get out of dodge and then work your way back to mid-cut while your teammates are hard blocking towards the back end. So all of the Gentlemates still spawning in front of you, but you would have loved it. Going to be outnumbered, but a close spawn come in, so you now have the numbers to try to hold this one down.
Hardpoint opens. Miami will still spawn close. Good set of gunfight wins here for the Heretics as well, but Sib is shooting. 10 and 7, now making a route develop around the backside of fences. Super trying to step in front of its way and is able to find 2. Now off to regen, has Metals trying to lock down the spawns, but Neptune's able to provide some sort of a distraction. Shutdown is in though, and Miami continue to spawn close.
Yep. Continue to have those close spawns, continue to find all their kills, but now 2 in favor of Paris. Still, that team kill allows Miami to get those close spawns towards the back. 20 seconds still to fight for. You're surrounded now by the Gentlemates, so you're going to be able to walk away with this time, but now potentially the race.
And Ghosty is able to find the player top window, so an opportunity for Paris to go quickly, and they're still finding kills to get into the hill.
Yeah, now they're trapping him towards the backside of green. Throw your stuns or your nades. He's going to come Sib on the pinch. Give me the freebie, and now 2 plays from Miami all the way across the map. Mr. McLeod blocking the spawns, and they instantly flipped them out. Miami forced to break from plane. Stuns and nades aren't hitting, and Sib is still frying. My word.
I'm telling you, dude, you just say, hey, Sib, it's going to be AR versus AR. He wants it. And he's got the hot hand right now for Paris. Doubling up the score. Are the Gentlemates on this old time? 18 seconds to fight. Miami are trying to get there, but it's coming in pieces. And a little pinch set up from Envoy. Shuts down the rest of the play through plane. Perfect on the scrap time. One little off-spawn moment has Miami getting a little bit of the time.
Hold down Deli. We can instantly hop the hill, but no one blocks over towards blue. So that's going to allow Trakes to instantly find a freebie off of the time. Now he just needs to finesse.
The hardpoint will stay open for now. Everyone looking for this next set of fights. Envoy, Ghosty win theirs. Back over to the hill, they find a 3rd. And now it's 35 seconds. You've got a really solid read on where Miami is spawning, and you can set up maybe to play off these extremities and just play choke point COD, but not to be. Miami find a quick response. They're going to find all 4 down, and now there's still 20 seconds to fight for as Miami can also consider what comes up next to P2.
Yeah, because you have players off the rotation. So if Rancor is going to force them right into you, you're going to be ready if you're Metals. Finds a double on 3 in a row. Should lead to his teammates in the game.
Yeah. At least Ghosty's able to shut down Super from playing that top corner on Motel Steps. But Rancor is soaking up hardpoint time with a trophy to keep him safe. Paris trying to get up top. Shots from all over the map. But the pinch is starting to find some success here for the Gentlemates. You got to win these gunfights, and Rancor's now stuck between a rock and a hard place. A perfect 2-2 split for Paris has him on a quick break.
Yeah, Rancor was just looking for a kill, man, because if he got 1 kill, he could potentially earn that Hellstorm, and that could play a big part to the next P3. But the break set up there from Paris on the 2-2 split is good enough to clean house. And now you're forcing all of Miami over towards this green side. You're playing it close on the wall. You're not attacking towards Gen, so you're forcing them to overextend a little bit more. And Paris
Super. Drakes from the front, trying to hold off this Paris hit. And he gets overwhelmed. Does not expect that Ghost is on that quick jump up, and that is a perfect little, hey, look at us, we're hitting your flank. Never mind, no, we're not. We're hitting it right through mid. A little show of sleight of hand works out nicely, and Paris can keep scoring.
Yeah, and that's the teamwork on full display. The player top green backs down the guy at plane head glitch. Here comes Sib flying and frying. It's a clean house while we had pressure on the backside at least this break for a good chunk of time at that. And Miami don't really want to take a risk here because if you get too aggressive and you spawn out that green, the game is already going to be over. So you are forced to fight your way from blue side. Thankfully, you're winning a majority of the fights, but Ghosty and Neptune are tearing you apart. You got to back up.
Yeah, and there's a split spawn all over the place. Paris with a chance to contest, but Trakes wins a big 1v1, and now we can work on just blocking out spawns while the rest of his teammates are still trying to stretch across the map.
Yeah, but the rest of his teammates are all dropping like 5s, and now Trakes is forced to make a play. He falls, and Metals gets traded, so back spawn secured here for Paris. Cannot win the game here, but you can get pretty damn close. So if you're Miami, you're forced to be the aggressors, forcing yourself to go right through the front door and just cause chaos.
Good read from Ghosty, but can't deal with the player on steps. Envoy seeing if he can wiggle his way in. Able to turn, find himself 1, but not quite the second. Miami will extend the map a little while longer. But as you take a look to the minimap, new hardpoint, top left corner, and it's all Paris there initially. Miami, can they spawn Paris behind them? No. Super at least able to keep Miami in the hill, but do they expect a secondary pinch from Ghosty? No, they do not. And Paris, yeah, they may not get that final tick this time, but they're going to be 1 point away from winning this map at worst.
Yep, and Miami are going to be needing to place a perfect Call of Duty if they want to continue to have a chance at winner's bracket, because it needs to be perfect from this point on. But they have Hellstorms, they have the map control, and Paris should close it out.
safety eventually shut down as Neptune's calling in the Hellstorm, but there's really no one close right now. They do find 1 kill from Envoy. No shutdown on the hill itself,
GG.
and that will do it. 2 with the Hellstorm. All you got to do is touch. All you got to do is touch. I was going to say for a moment there, it looked maybe a little bit too easy, and yeah, Redcore not happy about how that map went. Miami will start in the lower bracket.